Okay, let's do a quick, simple video to keep up momentum while we are doing research and work on some more heavier videos. I've seen people rank the state and territory flags of United States and of Canada. However, I haven't seen anybody do one for Australia. So let's do that. Western Australia. We have the Union Jack in the top left, which is kind of mandatory for Commonwealth flags of a certain era. So we have to suffer that. Then we have a black swan in a yellow spotlight. The black swan is a bird native to Western Australia and very notable about it. It unambiguously says Western Australia. I am going to put you into A tier for aquatic avine, South Australia. This has the same scheme as Western Australia. Union Jack and native bird in a circle. The bird is the white-backed magpie, or piping shrike. It's standing with its back to us, looking over its shoulder, all flirty-like. The exact subspecies depicted is localised to South Australia, and I actually like birds a lot. So I'm going to put this one in B tier for bird. Tasmania. Why is there a lion on your flag? Is it to symbolise England? But you have a perfectly good Union Jack to do that. And Tasmania, you have so many good animals to put on your flag. You could put a Tasmanian tiger on the flag, aka a thylacine. Okay, thylacines are extinct, and that might be considered a bad move for a flag. However, so many other carnivorous marsupials that are native to Tasmania. The Tasmanian devil. Or is that too diabolical for Van Diemen's Land? How about the eastern quoll or the swamp antechinus? So it gets a D tier for did not include a dasyred. New South Wales. Another lion? This time it is crucified on a cross with stars. It is derived from the cross of St. George. So now we have two redundant symbols of England. But this is New South Wales. If you're going to include a symbol from the British Isles, why not a Welsh dragon? D tier for did not include a dragon. Queensland. Well, there's no lion on it. And I guess if you're going to call something Queensland, the crown makes sense. But then why this Maltese cross? Queensland has a tiny Maltese community. Like, it is almost impossible to get traditional Maltese foods like kidney or pastizzi. There is this one place that sells them, but you have to go on a massive road trip out of the city just to get there. And it's been ages since I've had my mouth around a nice warm pastitz. What was I speaking about? Oh yeah, flags. F for failure as a flag. Victoria. Victoria, this is just the Australian flag with the Commonwealth star removed and a crown added. It's easy to mistake this for the Australian flag or the New Zealand flag. It breaks with the pattern that all the other state flags are set up with the rounds with the little badge on the lower right corner. It is okay to be inspired by another person's work and use that inspiration to do something distinct and your own. What is not okay is to make trivial changes and try and pass it off as your own. You get an X grade and a meeting with the disciplinary committee for plagiarism. Northern Territory. In contrast to Victoria, this is beautiful. It has the level of elegance approaching a Japanese prefecture flag. The Southern Cross on the left for the night skies, the orange red of the soil, the radial symmetry of the Stuart Desert pea flower. This is how flag design should be done. S tier for Stuart Desert pea. Australian Capital Territory. I really like how it has followed the pattern of the Northern Territory. A nice limited palette, but it then has a simplified coat of arms on it. I'll give points for simplifying the coat of arms, but to me, I would rather have something that is more simple and derived from the place where it is. This ACT, for all practical purposes, is Canberra and its surrounds. The name Canberra derived from a word in the local Aboriginal language meaning meeting place, although it can be interpreted as meaning cleavage. So I want to suggest a flag that has some sort of symbolic representation of Mount Gambier and Mount Inez, which are the two mountains overlooking Canberra and look like breasts. So I'm going to classify this one as C for Canberra. Christmas Island. Okay, you're ahead already by including a bird of paradise along with a map of the island. I was going to say that the map in the middle seems to be overdoing it, but when I remove the map, it then looks sort of underdone. A good design is one where if you remove any element, it becomes less. And judged by that standard, this is a good design. Also, here is the flag of Papua New Guinea. So I like the thematic line between the two of them. I'm going to give you B for being right on the border. The Cocos, aka Keeling Islands. Green and gold are Australia's national colours. But a green flag with a crescent moon, this is really giving me Islamic vibes. Like if you told me this was a flag of an Islamic nation in the southern part of the Malay archipelago, I would instantly believe me. Hold on, let me go and check something. Okay, the Cocos Islands are the only Australian territory with a majority Muslim population, and it is located in the southern part of the Malay archipelago. So this flag is directly evocative of the territory's nature. S tier for Southeast Asia. Norfolk Island. Norfolk Island, did you copy Canada's flag? Well, unlike Victoria, you made yours distinct and different enough to be its own thing. The Norfolk pine in the middle, flanked by bands of green. Easy to recognise. Clear symbology. I am going to give you A for Arbor. That's it. The flags of every Australian state and territory that has a flag, excluding the flagless territories of Jervis Bay Territory, which is just an extension of the ACT, the Australian Antarctic Territory, which is just scientists and penguins, the Coral Sea Islands, which is just 4 people, Ashmore and Carter Islands, which has no permanent residents, just Indonesian fishermen who visit every so often, and the Heard Islands and McDonald's Islands, which have absolutely nobody there. Thank you for watching this quick video on Australia's flags. If you want more content of possibly random nature, please subscribe. And if you have subscribed, thank you very much. Goodbye.